Hello, welcome. Today we will talk about the manual forwarding step. We will show the main settings and tools that you, an administrator that works with third-party real estate, can use in your accountability to owners. The first step is to define your commission model to indicate how this forwarding calculation is made to the owner. To do that, go to your system's sidebar menu, click on Settings, then go to Owner Settings and select the Commission option. Then we will configure according to the way you work, the deal you have with your owner, and what is your commission. Here you can choose between overprice or fixed commission. In this example, we will work with the fixed commission that is the most used model for our administrators. This type refers to the commission of the administrator or the company and not the owner. Down below we will set the basis of the default commission. I put here the amount of 20% for example and set from where the system will calculate the amount. Here we have these three options, from the total hosting invoice that includes the daily rates mais extra fees, from the total daily rates amount that is just from the daily rates, and from the total invoice amount that includes everything such as hosting prices and extra fees. In our example, it was defined as the second option. This setting down here is important because it allows you to choose whether or not to deduct the channel's commission before calculating the amount to be forwarded to the owner. This commission is part of the channel's commissions. Before calculating your commission to discount this amount from sales channels, you can configure it here by marking yes or no. It is also possible to edit the commission model per listing. To do that, go to the sidebar menu, click on Listings, select the listing you want to customize the commission model. Go to Finance and click on Contract Configuration. Scrolling down the screen, you will find the How is your commission regarding bookings box. In Commission Model, by marking the Global option, it will be set according to the settings made previously, and it is a model applied to all listings automatically. But if you wish to edit in one specific listing, select the individual option and make changes in the field below. At the end, remember to save the changes by clicking on the Save button at the top right. Next step is to register an owner inside the system. To do that, go to the Systems menu, click on Users and Clients, then select Owners. To create a new owner, select the owner accounts field and click on the green plus button on your left to fill out the information the system will request. You will fill out the owner's basic information such as first name, last name, and email. It is important to register the email because it will be used to your owner's extranet if you enable this option. This basic information is important, and if you want to complement the information, just fill in the fields you want, such as phone number, nationality, profession, preferred languages, and documents. After that, click Save and you are done. Here is the owner's profile. Notice that this was just the registration in the system. There is the possibility through STICE of giving access that is exclusive to an extranet to your owner. So the owner will access it via website of this extranet where it is possible to see all the accountability part and other information about the listings. For giving this access, you will need to click on this Create User button. By doing that, the basic information will appear and you click Save. Then, the system will automatically send the credentials to the owner's email with a notification about the registration, the link to your website, login and password to access the extranet. Here you can see the email model that your owner will receive. Here is the website's link and the access credentials. Going back to the owner's profile settings, here on the left side we have the Permissions field. Here you can indicate to the system to provide access to the extranet. Everything you want to give access to the owner, select the Yes option, and what you do not want to, you select the No option. Here we have the permission options that the owner has, if you want to activate the extranet available to the owner, if it is possible to block the listing calendar, have access the accommodation calendar, request a price adjustment, send messages to the listing manager, view the amount of the price. View on the calendar the amount you will receive for the reservation. If the owner will have access to the statements panel and if the owner will be able to print on the extranet the report of incomes and expenses. It is important to know that, after creating this user on the extranet, it is necessary to link this owner to a listing. To do this, go to the Listings menu and access a listing. Go to the Finance tab and then Contract Configuration. This is where we are going to set the listing's owner information. The first field is about defining the name of the owner who is responsible for the listing. In addition, you can also choose an owner's agent so that you can assign someone on the team to be responsible for that owner. Here we have other internal information from your management, from your contract with that landlord indicating when it was registered, if it is a sublease, and if this is an exclusive listing. Below, you put the dates for the duration of this contract and if you want to block the listing after the contract ends. Here we have the information about the commission model already mentioned earlier in the video, and here you choose the type of commission model, whether it is fixed or not, and whether you want to discount the amount before transferring it to the sales channels. In this field, you can select whether you want to display reservations on the owner's extranet calendar, even without accountability initiated, how pre-booking notifications will be made to owners, how bookings will be notified to owners, how notifications will be made to guests and landlords about cancellations, and how to notify guests and landlords of deleted reservations. Below you can select whether you want to show the owner's bank details on the website and whether you want to place or remove restrictions on the accountability for this listing. Once you have made all these settings, you can start the manual forwarding process, which consists of calculating the amount that your owner needs to receive per reservation and sending this amount to the finance module screens within the system. To do this, go to the menu, then to Reservation and Bookings, and click on Find Reservation. On this reservation screen, you can generate reports for your forward routine. Here in this left part, you will define the dates of the reservations. Then you go to this field about forwarded status, filter for not forwarded, and click Update. The system shows the reservations, in the selected period, that were not forwarded to the owner. Here on the right side, there is a button called Forward. It is on it that you will click to make the forward. The system will open the forwarding screen with the calculations of the amounts that need to be forwarded to the owners. Here we have all the amounts about the reservation, such as the partner fee, extra amounts, and the commission amount. Below you can see the total amount to be forwarded to the owner and click on Forward. The system generates this screen with all the information to check and confirm that everything is right. Then click on this button to finish the transfer. The system generates this screen to see that there is nothing pending and that the forwarding has been completed. There is also another way to do the forwarding, which is by step. Thus the forwarding is not fully done, but in installments. To do this, go to the reservation screen Not Forwarded, click on Forward on the desired reservation. You check all the amounts and click on Forward. Here you can see the amount to be paid, and below you can choose a date to schedule the payment in steps and the amount. By doing this, you will again indicate the amount of the next installment to be paid and the date as well. In this way, you will advance and see that no pending value appears. Then just close the screen. After the forwarding has been done, a tag will appear on the reservation identifying that it has been forwarded, as you can see here. After you have launched all the amounts that the owner must receive for one or more reservations in a period, you can build up the owner's statement for the payment. To view these forwarded amounts, go to the Finance menu and to Owner Statements. Everything referring to the owner is on this screen. All this part of accountability will be possible to visualize here. Here on the left side you will filter the information you want to search for. Let's determine the desired period, the name of the owner, the listing to be analyzed, and I click on Update. The system has already provided the forwarding that was made now. This screen shows the debits, credits, and balance calculation that this owner needs to receive in the period that I filtered on the left side. This forwarding entered this part here. On this screen, you can launch any other type of transaction to be added to or deducted from the owner's balance. Many administrators need to make some kind of charge to the owner or discount something, for example, So it's here on this screen that you can do that. On the left side you will click on New Transaction, and here you have some options like receiving, payment, transfer, or some other transaction for that owner. Let's do an example here, posting a payment to this owner. A new window will open to fill out the details of that transaction. Let's make a maintenance charge that you had in this listing. Here you will fill out the payment type like pay a bill on behalf of the owner, and share a bill with the owner. In this example we are going to choose the option to pay on behalf of the owner. I will set the transaction name so the owner knows what it is. I will link this transaction to an account or payment channel that I have registered. Here I will fill out the competence and expiration dates. I will put the amount here in this field. I will link this transaction to the owner's listing from which I am making the charge, and I will inform that it is paid and then click Save. When we save, the system already accounts for this maintenance debit for the owner. The maintenance debit entered, the forwarding credit entered, and the system is already calculating the balance. It is also possible to generate reports on this screen. Here on the right side you have the possibility to print, send by email, or download a spreadsheet. Here is an example if you want to send a report via email. The system shows a preview in the template of that email. It is also possible to generate a PDF. Here on the left side there are the boxes, and you can select these transactions. If you need to create a balance for this period of the owner to write off payable accounts, just select and click on this blue button. The system will understand that you are creating a balance sheet for your owner of these transactions, and you will enter it in your payable accounts. After entering the name for this balance, click Save. The system already launches it for you on this screen, as we can see here. It is also possible to confirm the payment of this balance in payable accounts. To do this, click on Details, mark the Paid option, then check the account you made the payment with and save. Here you can see that the status is identified as paid. So these are the main settings so that you can do a manual forwarding via the Stays system and manage to generate accountability data for owners who may have access to an extranet. If you want more information on the topic, be sure to click on the link in the description below.